I'm ready. Believe that. So first off, you know what it is. Roll Tide full of pride. The Alabama Crimson Tide football team beats Auburn in a close game, a classic game, a real game, a tough game, a nitty-gritty game, dog. Very physical, huh? Very, very exciting, etc., etc., etc. I mean, what more would you expect from an Auburn versus Bama game, huh? You hear me? We know how it is in that stadium, know how tough it is, especially at nighttime. We know how ruckus that crowd gets. The crowd was damn near hostile the whole game. But shout out Alabama, bro. The Alabama Crimson Tide, huh? You hear me? Fighting out, biting hard, biting down in a dog fight, bloody, banged up, bruised up, etc. They found a way to win. Was it pretty? No. Do they need to make improvements? Hell yeah. You hear me, dog? Do they need to get better? Hell yeah. But at the end of the day, they got to win. And most importantly, in my opinion, solidified a playoff spot. But not only that, right? Now they get to go play Georgia in the SEC championship game and try to get a first round bye. You know how colossal that would be in the playoff. You hear me? Get more rest, get their bodies rested up, guaranteed home game in the college football playoff, etc., etc. So a lot in front, a lot ahead of Bama. You know, homie, heavy. Now they proven they can beat Georgia, no cap. They went into Georgia Stadium and handled that business and handled that business. Why can't? Why not? Why won't they do it again? I say they will, and I say they for damn sure can, huh? You hear me, homie? Yeah, yeah, homie. Heavy. They got to lock in, come prepared, and play their best football thus far, homie. You hear me? Huh? Oh, yeah, bro. Let's get it. It's definitely a challenge. Definitely a challenge. But guess what? That's part of it, huh? That's part of the process. That's why the players come to Bama, right? Huh? Uh-huh. Put that A on their helmet, A on their chest, A on their body, right, bro? To play for these big games, in these big games, step up and show out. You hear me? Prime time TV, huh? Who want it, dog? Who want it? Who gonna go be great? So hell yeah, they can go in there and beat Georgia and earn that first round bye. Now let's talk about the game. I got some notes. I might get them to. I might get into them later, but I really don't think I need them, huh? You hear me, dog? First off, shout out, respect, Ty Simpson. You know, yeah. I said I hope he ain't no scary ass nigga, and Ty Simpson, he ain't scary at all, bro. I was very impressed with him tonight. I love his feistiness tonight, huh? He talking shit back and forth with Auburn. They getting in his face, huh? You hear me? Trying to get in his head, trying to get up in his ear. He strike right back, right? He strike right back. Heavy, bro. That's what we need, homie. Huh? That's what we need out of him as a captain, as a leader. Now, did he miss some throws? Hell yeah. You know, the throw to Bernard early in the game, you got to hit that. You got to hit that, Ty Simpson. Period, dog. Heavy. No excuses. You hear me? He can make that throw all day. Step up and make it. Period. Heavy. But overall game for Ty Simpson, he showed heart, right? He showed grit. He showed determination. The scrambles he had, homie, huh? On that 1/3 down late in the fourth quarter, how he fought and scratched and clawed for that. Gotta respect it, bro. He put the team on his back at times. And his O-line didn't play the best, period. His O-line didn't play the best. Now we got the run game going more tonight, but we still need more. Still need more. Side note, Ryan Grubb, I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in there, right? Ryan Grubb has to do better with play calling. Has to do better understanding the momentum of the game and when to lean on the run and lean on your lead, right? The lead you have and lean on your O line. When they're getting in rhythm, when they're getting confident, we see too many times Ryan Grubb just come up off the run, stop running totally. Like, what the fuck is he doing at times? You hear me, dog? So that's the biggest pet peeve, biggest gripe I got with Ryan Grubb right now. Sometimes he tries to be overly aggressive, huh? Overly aggressive, homie. You hear me? Heavy, man. Yeah. No ifs, ands, buts about it, bro. Run the ball. Run the damn ball, period. It was one drive where Bama marched down the field, gashing them. Jam Miller getting in his groove. O-line getting in their groove, right, baby? He comes back the second drive. Boom. I think the defense made a stop. Prior to that, he come back there, throwing the ball. Do a little dumbass wide receiver screen trick play. Ruin the whole drive. Like I say, it takes one play, a negative play, a good play, change the whole game. You hear me, dog? And sometimes it could be a domino effect. right? Yeah. Let's be glad. Let's appreciate that the Alabama defense is like that, really elite. Yeah, I said it. I stand on it 10 toes down. You hear me? The Alabama defense is a national championship winning defense. And what do they say? Defense wins championships, defense wins games, period. Now, if the offense can catch up and continue to grow and get better, the Alabama football team as a whole will be tough to beat, period. They just won a big game, bro, a hard fought game in Auburn. You know how tricky and difficult that is in Auburn at nighttime in Auburn. You hear me? Especially when you expecting a day game, huh? You hear me, dog? Heavy. Yeah. No cap, bro. No ifs, ands, buts about it. We know what it is. But Ryan Grubb, we need more from him. He needs to learn how to run the ball and pick or choose too, dog. Huh? You gonna throw it. You gonna run it. He be trying to do these little trick plays, look fancy, look pretty. I don't know if he doing it for the screen or for the people. Run the ball, throw the ball. Nobody care how it look, bro. You hear me? No cap. Shit, he need to come out more in single back in our formation and just run it. You know? We love his aggressiveness. Yeah, nobody's telling him not to be aggressive, but damn, bro, sometimes just be aggressive running the ball, especially when you marching it down the team's throat, walking them down, march down, march down. You hear me? Why change up? Run the damn ball. And if you're going to pass it down the damn field. Don't try no dumbass trick plays, you know? And we need more of the slants. They could have hit them with the slants all night. You hear me? Auburn coming right up the middle with the blitz. We didn't see enough slant passes, et cetera, et cetera. So Ryan Grubb can definitely improve. Definitely. That second half, I say Auburn's coaching staff slightly outcoached Bama's coaching staff, right? You hear me? Until later in the game, later in the fourth quarter. But the whole second half, yeah, Bama was outcoached, period. Heavy. But good for them. The Alabama offense made some big plays. Ty Simpson made some big plays, right? Make some big plays, big throws late in the game, huh? That fourth and two was an immaculate play call. Very aggressive, but I respect it. They win it. And Ty Simpson daggered their ass up, dotted their ass up with a great ball. Good to see Isaiah Horton get off. Good to see him get back in the rhythm of things, get back in the groove, huh? Heavy. Now we got to see what's up with Ryan Williams, man. What is really up with Ryan Williams? You talk about underachieving, yeah, that is Ryan Williams right now. Heavy. I don't know if he has lost his confidence, just not focused, but at the end of the day, he needs to get it together. Shout out Brooks, the young freshman getting reps now. So it is what it is, dog. Put the best man on the field. We saw AK Deer get in the game. I don't know why they put him in for one play. I'm telling you, AK Deer is explosive. He gives you a different element back there yonder in the backfield. Right. Yeah, man. Put him in the game. Watch him hit the holes. Heavy. Bottom line. But it was good to see the run game get going early in the game. Jam Miller start to look like the Jam Miller of old. But there's still more improvements to be made, man. Huh? Heavy, baby. Yeah. You got Georgia coming up now. You got to be able to get that run game going even more. Period. Yeah. They already beat Georgia with what? A lack of run game the first time they played. Now just think what the outcome will be or should be if they got a solid run game going on top of the passing game. You hear? It gets spooky, dog. It gets spooky, bro. Quickly and swiftly, dog. Heavy. But they celebrate this one. They got to get right back to the drawing board and get focused. You playing for a lot in the SEC championship game. First round bye, et cetera, right? Yeah. But shout out Ty Simpson, man, for the heart he showed. Yeah. And pretty much the O-line, keep improving. That's all you can do. Keep getting better. Keep getting better. Just work at it. Ty Simpson, in my opinion, was hit way too much. It was way too much pressure. Now, it was great protection at times as well, but it was also some very bad protection, some very bad sequences, some series. Got to clean it up. The O-line as a whole got to get better. You hear me? Heavy, bro. Number 24 for Auburn was a dog, is a dog. He was blowing the right side up. Who was that? Corral, the young freshman. I know it. I know it. You a freshman, so damn what? You on the field, step up and play ball. But 24 was a dog, and he was playing at an elite level. Let's not forget all the great defenses that Alabama has faced thus far this season. You hear me? Period. Fast defenses, big defenses, right? Real good in the trenches, dog. You hear me? No cap. Real good on the edges, dog. You hear me? No cap. The Missouris, the South Carolinas, right? You hear me? The LSUs, bro. For real. The Oklahomas, you know? Heavy, dog. The Auburns. You hear me? The Georgias. So Bama understands what it is to face great defenses, very elite defenses. You hear me? And they're battle tested. They're probably the most battle tested team in the college football playoff right now. Period, dog. No cap. You know? Yeah. Heavy, bro. Whether they've made games tough or close because of their lack of focus, whatever the case may be. Period. They find ways to win. They find ways to battle, huh? They find ways to fight back. Period, bro. They turn a loss into a win. You hear me? Yeah, and that wasn't pretty. It was ugly at times, but I saw a better team tonight on that field. Period. I saw a more physical team up front on that field. Period. And that all starts with Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer. Now we see Ryan Grubb is heavy on the sidelines. A lot of people wonder why. A lot of people said he'll be back in the press box watching the game from afar. But no, it's something he likes about being on the field, correct? Yeah, correct. It's something he likes about communicating with Kalen DeBoer and I assume Ty Simpson on the field. Seeing things maybe at a closer view allows him to see it with more clarity, whatever the case may be. But so far, it's working. Now, sometimes Ryan Grubb sabotages the offense, sabotages the team damn near. You hear me, dog? For being too predictable in the past game, etc. Like I say, too aggressive. He could have leaned on the run a lot more tonight. A lot more tonight. You love to see him toting that Tatum more, dog, but at the end of the day, he could have really leaned on that bitch and broke them and took their soul early. See the thing about Bama, we let too many teams stay in. We gotta finish teams. We gotta finish teams and break them and break their will. You know, they should have beat this team by 2 touchdowns at the least, if you ask me. Period. You hear me? Heavy. They let them off the hook. They let them off the hook at a certain point in time in the game. And Bama has been the type of team to do that this year consistently, you know, not fully, totally punish a team, huh? You hear me, dog? Finish a team, right? Huh? Annihilate a team, huh? Break a team, dog. Heavy. You hear me? So with the playoffs coming up, hopefully they get that, start incorporating that more. Hopefully it starts in the SEC championship. Go in there, get a big lead on Georgia, and guess what? Put your foot on their neck. Put your foot on their neck, baby. You hear me? Heavy. Hands down, man down. Bottom line. You know, but it's time to bring it back in, lock back in, period. Still got a lot more to play for. Heavy. Iron Bowl, all that, boom, cool. But it's about more than that. It's about more than that. You hear me? They got to bring their emotions back down and zone the hell in. Period. No way around it, man. For real. Heavy. You know, you're facing a better Georgia team. They're also facing a better Bama team. You know, go in there and play Bama ball, and I guarantee you will be satisfied with the outcome. You know, and that's pretty much it, man, for the game notes. Like I said, I had notes. You can throw small things in there, penalties. You know, we saw some late hits early in the game. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Don't set your team back, especially with dumbass penalties, mental errors. Believe it was number 26. And who was it? Brooks. You hear me? Be smart, man. Be smart. High football IQ. High football IQ. Don't do nothing to set your team back. Period. No cap. Bottom line. Catches, man. We saw a couple receivers drop passes tonight. Saw Brooks drop one. Hey, bro. Let's shoot for perfect. You hear me? Huh? Let's shoot for perfect for the perfect game. You know, Bama still ain't played their best football yet. But you got to catch the ball, bro. It touch your hands, boom, get it in. Let's get it. Once again, Ryan Williams, we need more from you, bro. You've been soft majority of this whole season. Will he step up? Will he step up? Yeah, period. You know? Defensively, not too many gripes with the defensive side of the ball. Besides, late in the game, they let that quarterback get off. Like I always say, I have, I won't say a major concern anymore, but a slight concern when Bama goes up against quarterbacks who can scramble and maneuver and really run. And that quarterback for Auburn was a dog, right? He was a dog, period. I ain't going to sit here and cap. You know, it's Roll Tide full of pride, but let's be real, dog, and give props when props are due. Correct? Correct. You know, but he was a dog out there, man, scrambling around, maneuvering in the pocket. Like I say, Bama got to do a better job at attacking and neutralizing those type of quarterbacks, huh? You hear me, dog? Heavy. Secondary, you must do better, must perform better, huh? You hear me? We saw a couple breakdowns in coverage. Auburn, you know, the quarterback keeping the play alive. Dejon Lee losing focus of where the receiver is, huh? Losing sight of the receiver, huh? Heavy. Let the receiver get behind him. No, that's a no. Gotta fix those errors, man, quickly and swiftly. You know, period. Yeah. But it's always better to correct things off of a dub, off of a win. Yeah, you hear me? Makes it feel that much more better. Uh-huh. You can deal with it a little more, huh? You hear? But yeah, breakdowns and covers like that in the secondary, hell to the no. Everybody got to get better. The secondary gave up 2 minute big plays, man. 2 minute, period. As far I would have liked to seen I would have liked to seen the front three get pressure alone at times. You hear me? I want to see Bama be able to get more pressure with their down three linemen. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna blitz, you're gonna blitz. Period. It was one blitz late in the game. Kane Womack sent everybody, but where he messed up, he sent everybody, but he got him blitzing fucking 5-10 yards away, dog. If you gonna blitz everybody, right? Bring them all up, bring them all in. So what if they know you gonna hit them in the mouth anyway? They got to make a quick decision anyway, correct? So yeah, I didn't like that play call. I thought it was very dumb, very stupid, period. Yeah, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, at the end of the day, the Auburn receivers they had a lot of drops tonight, man. A lot of drops tonight, man. Right? Some of those balls, if they would have caught them, would have been first downs on third down, et cetera, et cetera. So the secondary as a whole, we need a better performance. Shout out Brown #2. Yeah. Shout out Deuce. As far as coverage, one-on-one, clean game, but violent game. You hear me? Clean game, but dirty game at the same time. You hear me, dog? Shout out Brown #2, man. Had a really good game on the cover side of the ball. Period. You know, you hear me, dog? He had a really good game in that secondary. Cornerback #2. Shout out Brown once again. He held it down. He showed up. He came to play. Period. And the secondary as a whole, I like the talent out there. At times, they just have mental breakdowns, mental lapses. And I understand it's a young group, freshmen, sophomores, etc. But you got to man up. It's time to man up, right? Especially if you played last year. We got some true veterans back there too. Hubbard, Sab, etc. Get them boys in order. Get them young boys in order, bro. No cap. You hear me? But they will continue to grow, continue to come along. Dejon Lee can be a star. You hear me? Yeah, man. Morgan can be a star. #9, who got throughout the game, very physical. I love his physicality. I love Morgan's physicality. You hear me, dog? I love their energy, their demeanor, their swagger. You hear me, dog? Point blank, period. True dogs out there, real dogs out there. Straight up. Yeah. Shout out to the Bama defense for sealing the game with a turnover like they've been doing all season, creating victories, winning games. Once again, the defense is the strong point of the team. Yeah, but I feel like as the season goes along, starting with the SEC championship, even started tonight, right? Yeah, even starting tonight. Even though at times the offense went stagnant, when it was time to score points and put up a shut up, they did that. You hear me, homie? Heavy. And I feel like when the Georgia game come around, SEC championship, boom, they're going to carry that momentum into the playoffs as well. The offense going to continue to catch up, continue to grow. Whole time defense is continuing to grow and get better. They come in together, they get on the same accord. Woo, it's going to be one big, beautiful cohesion, and it's going to be scary. It's going to be spooky for them opponents. You know it? Straight up, man. No cap, for real. Yeah. But I love the fight I saw in them boys tonight. Never fold. Keep grinding, dog. Keep banging, right? Keep fighting through the fatigue, war of attrition, etc., bro. All them boys was warriors on that field. And shout out Ty Simpson once again. He took a lot of big hits, a lot of big shots tonight. You hear me? He could have bitched up. He could have punked up. But he had some big runs to keep the game alive and to win the game. You hear me? Keep drives alive, right? Put his body on the line. Heavy, dog. No cap. You hear me? Straight up. Yeah, man. So shout out Kalen DeBoer, huh? Shout out Ty Simpson, huh? Shout out to the defense, huh? Lawson, huh? Shout out to the whole Alabama team, staff, organization, etc., bro. For real. Big win tonight. We won the Iron Bowl, bragging rights, all that, but it's more to do, more to be done. Celebrate whatever. Boom. Make it a quick one. Make it a quick one, because guess what? SEC championship coming right up. You hear me? Zone in, lock the fuck in, and let's go get it, bro. For real. Let's get that by, huh? Yeah. Let's get that SEC championship, huh? Yeah. You hear me? Hey man, fire them comments up. Let me know how you feel about the video. How you feel about the Bama victory, huh? You hear me? Yeah, man. Big skull here. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw. But we come to win. Believe that.